Hello, everyone. Hola, mundo. Welcome, world. This is Jackie Bouvier, and I'm super excited to share with you VOCES Poderosas 2023, Hispanic Heritage Month. And I have here with me the amazing Mike Aguilera. I am pleased and honored to have you on my VOCES Poderosas mini series. Honestly, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for saying yes. You're a powerful influencer with much to share, with many Latinos who admire you. And I got to meet you on one of those webinars that were done by Dish. So thank you so much for allowing me to spread the wealth of knowledge and expertise that you have to the world. And like I said, the circle that I run in. So thank you, Mike. Mike, I have the question. Who are you, Mike? And what is your story? What does Hispanic Heritage Month mean to you? And, as Latinos, we have different cultures. People need to know that not all Hispanics or not all the Hispanic culture is the same, right? So tell me a little bit about yourself. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here. And I love your energy.
Thank you.
Good. Yes, my name is Mike Aguilera, and I live in Silicon Valley in the Bay Area. I'm Mexican American, ethnic background, born in Gilroy, which is called the garlic capital of the world. So it's well known for that. I've been doing training and coaching internationally around communication skills for over 20 years. And before that, I was in the high tech field. And when I was in the high tech field, I was always learning and thriving and thirsty for personal development, mindset, time management, and went through a lot of training and speakers. And then eventually I came across through Tony Robbins a system called NLP, Neuro Linguistics Programming, which is about neuros as in the mind, linguistics, your words, your body language, and programming, the programs that we all have uniquely to process information, to make decisions, to create our reality. And so that fascinated me. It was really understanding human behavior, my own and other people. And so I went through the formality of being certified as a practitioner and then a master practitioner and then a trainer, and just years and thousands of hours and thousands of dollars of investment in myself. And it transformed my life. When I was young, I was labeled as shy. When you label me, I'm more of an introvert. I don't go to a party or an event and say, "Hey, I'm here," and try to get attention. I just like to connect with people. And so I had to use some NLP techniques to help me empower myself with that shyness, to actually use it as a powerful tool. It's a super weapon. And then I had the fear of public speaking. Sometimes as okay in front of a group, other times as a bundle of nerve. And so I had to do some other techniques, which I shared with you in the webinar. You watched me share some techniques on that really helped me overcome the fear of public speaking. So now I look for opportunities to talk to people and connect with them. And I'm glad to be here to talk with your audience. And so with NLP, I wrote a book called Connect with Anyone in 90 Seconds or Less, which is based on rapport skills, connecting with people and understanding people, how they make decisions. Because NLP is modeled after therapists, and we're creating amazing change in people, helping them overcome phobia, bad habits, just take action and create breakthroughs. So it's how the therapists were talking to the clients and reading the clients, what the meaning behind their answers, because everyone talks in a certain way that will reveal how they see the world and how you need to connect with them. And so I've been doing presentations for many companies out here in the Bay Area: Cisco, Intel, HP, IBM, McDonald's restaurants, Hilton hotels, and internationally in London, Germany, Italy, Mexico, Canada, throughout the United States. So small business owners, a lot of work with real estate professionals and major corporations like Dish Network. I did a series for them. And Mexican or Hispanic Heritage Month, what's that mean to me? To me, it's a sense of pride. I did remember reading about Hispanic Heritage Month, and it started off in 1968 with Lyndon B. Johnson. He initiated Hispanic Heritage Week, and
Hmm.
then that was in honor of Hispanics that are contributing to the United States. So it was honoring us. So it was a sense of pride. And then in 1998, Reagan expanded it to Hispanic Heritage Month. And so it's
Hmm.
being recognized, and then also having a sense of pride in who we are and contributions we do or actually do for the country and for ourselves and our family. And yes, you asked or you mentioned about not all Hispanics are the same. And people tend to put Hispanics into one bucket, like, oh, you're Hispanic. And since Mexico is so close to his border, a lot of things, everyone must be Mexican. But yes, everyone has their own culture, their own music, their own language patterns, dancing, their own superstition. So it's a blend of different personalities. However, we have that through line that we're all Hispanic, we have that Latin base, and that what makes our culture, I think, so beautiful and so unique. And did you have another question? Or was
I do, I do. What can you share as a professional in your industry or experience to help positively encourage, empower, or shed the light on our professional Latinos? How amazing are we, right? And what do we still need to achieve from your professional perspective? I guess that's a mouthful, but yeah, we'd like to know that, a tidbit.
yeah, encourage, inspire. What I would encourage is for Latinos, men and women, to start to develop a leadership presence. And one way you can do that, and this is something that I had to develop on my own, and this is also an instant report technique that I cover in my workshops and my coaching. One way you can start to develop leadership presence is by acknowledging people or complimenting people. A leader is somebody that wants to build someone else up. And so if you give someone a compliment, it has to be an authentic compliment. And if you build them up, like, I love your energy. Thank you for doing this for me. I appreciate that. My wife, a while back, she told me something she did. And I said, wow, that was smart. That was a great idea. And I looked at her and she smiled and she stood a little taller. I didn't
Mm,
mean it as a compliment, like, what can I compliment her about it? It's just now I just unconsciously think about if someone does something right, just to acknowledge that. And
yes.
you can practice everywhere. I compliment people at the store, the people that are at the counter. I compliment about their tie or clothes or a tattoo that they have. Oh, that's an interesting tattoo. So you start to have conversations, but you condition yourself to build people up.
Hmm.
So that's just one technique is have that presence of being a leader, and a leader compliments people, builds them up. You don't want to be that person and say, look how great I am. Look what I've done or accomplished. You want your work to show. However, that's the other thing about Hispanics is you want to be acknowledged as someone that's doing the work. Hispanics have the tendency of being humble and not wanting to brag. And there's ways of being acknowledged without bragging. However, just one thing right alone is just compliment people because you don't know what someone's going through, and that compliment could be a tipping point to really change their life or make them feel better about. There
Hmm.
was a viral video that I watched recently, and it was a gentleman who was sitting on a park bench with his dog. He was a young guy, maybe in his mid-20s, late 20s. And he had a looked like a park bench, and had his dog, like a golden retriever. He was gazing out, and they were filming this as a kind of not a prank, but just seeing a human experiment. And a guy walks up to him and gives him a note, and then he just walks away. And the guy sitting on the park bench that was gazing opens up the note, and the note had a message, something as basic as, "You're a good person. You're going to do well. Everything's going to be okay." And the guy closed the note and looked around for the guy, and then the guy took off his glasses and started to sob. So there was something going on in his life, and that just words of encouragement made a big difference. So that your coworkers, family members, give words of encouragement, and that starts to position you as a leader, someone that's there to help them. And what we can do, you asked the second question, develop leadership skills and be acknowledged as we need more Hispanic leaders. And that's part of my passion and joy is to train and coach people and Hispanics. I've presented at many Hispanic organizations and conferences and conventions. And to be a leader, to move up the ranks in your company, your corporation, your industry, whatever it is, to be acknowledged as a leader and to with leadership skills, to me, what I share or what I coach and train people on are communication skills, how to create rapport, how to understand people, and also the leadership skill of presentation skills, because leaders need to be in front of a group and to empower people. And its communication is not just sharing information or talking or being articulate. It's actually being influential and persuasive with the words you use, the questions you ask, your voice patterns, being engaged. And all of that will start to project that you are a leader, which means that you will be acknowledged and hopefully and ultimately move up the ranks or get into a position to where you are where you want to be. So more leaderships, presentation skills, communication skills, overcoming the fear of public speaking. And you said, what can we close with? I just say, be bold and be empathetic and work on yourself. Be the best you can be. And there's a quote by Jim Rohn, success is not something you pursue. It would elude you like a butterfly. Success is attracted to you by the person you become. So work on yourself and become the best you can be with communication, understanding people. Just build your own personal development skills, and success will be attracted. It will seem to be attracted to you.
Wow, that's amazing. Those are great, great tidbits. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. And remember that what you share will tremendously inspire, help someone out there who desperately needs it. Because your voice is powerful, you make a difference, and that's why you're here today. And I truly appreciate it. And so thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Pleasure.
Thanks for this time. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you. Thanks. Have a great day.